I went this route because I thought it'd be easiest and it fits to something that most people could make theoretically in their house. There's a few exceptions to that, but we'll go ahead and get to that. So what we need is 6 eggs, which I have here. You need cardamom powder, which I have here. So you got 6 eggs. You need 1/2 teaspoon of cardamom powder. You need 1/2 cup of thick cream. And in Kuwait, they have a product that is actually thick cream. It's more of a solid kind of thing. I did do a lot of research to try to figure out how to make the same thing without having that, because I actually thought it would be more like a sour cream, a yogurt, or something of the like, and for what we have here in the US. What I did find out from my research is that it's more about the fat content. It's not about the solid or liquid version of whatever you're making. So when I did look into it, whipping cream is the same thing. It's just more of a liquid version of it. So that's what we're going to go ahead and use. Then you also need 3 cups of milk. I'm going with 50% and 50% to make it more creamy. You need 1 cup of condensed milk. And then at the end, what we will also use is saffron. Saffron being the most expensive spice you can get in the world right now. This is the one thing that some people probably may not have. It is expensive, but you also use very little of it. So this container here cost me almost $20, but it's something I can use in future and whatnot. So it wasn't a wasted investment, but it is an investment. Now, what is this like? That's the question. The best thing I can give you is that it's kind of the consistency or texture of flan. Now, this does not have a caramel top to it. like flan would, but it's their version of similarly the same thing. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We already got our 6 eggs in. Then we need to add in our ½ teaspoon of cardamom powder. Get that all out, and then you're going to mix it all together. And this takes a little while. I'm not using an electric mixer because I don't want it to get more air than I need to have. But what I need to do is make sure that it is mixed together, combined completely. And so it's just a mixing process you have to go through. You have to do it. So here's what it is. So we'll just go ahead and get through this. Okay, and so now we're going to add the ½ cup of thick cream, or in this case, heavy cream. I'm using heavy whipping cream. And you're going to mix it together until it's all combined as well. Okay, so we got that. Then we're going to add in the 3 cups of milk. And you're going to mix to combine with this as well. This is really a fairly easy recipe. Again, I've never made this, so this will be something different for me. I've had flan before, I've had custard before, but this has the saffron and the cardamom in it, so we'll see how that turns out, because I'm not sure what the flavor profile is going to be. Okay, that's done. Okay, so now we got that mix, we're going to add in the condensed milk. Sweetened condensed milk, let me be specific. And that's 1 cup. Okay. And then we want to make sure that's combined. And you can feel it on the bottom, it settles. So you really want to make sure that this is all combined very well, because you don't want to have any sediment or settling with any of this. So this part will take a little bit just to make sure it's all combined thoroughly. This to me is the hardest part of it right here, is this one, because you got all that liquid, the condensed milk you're trying to get all mixed together. And there you go, it's not on the bottom, or, you know, not doing what it's supposed to be on that portion of it. So we'll just keep mixing a little bit more. Okay, what I need to do now is I need to sieve this. So all I did was get an 8-quart, or a cup, measuring cup, a sieve, and then I'm just going to pour this into it. Now this will catch any of the remnants that did not mix the way they should have. And as you can see, the bottom, as much as I mixed that, still had some left over in it. Okay. And there you can see there is some that did not get combined. So that's the reason why you do that. Okay. All right. So now that being said, we got one last thing to add in, and that is going to be the saffron. And again, slightly crushed. And then you're going to mix it. Now it will change color because the saffron does do that. Okay. So that part's done. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to move these over. These are ramekins. I have this for extra if I need it. So we're going to fill these up to there. It doesn't look like I'm going to need that extra part, because I can fill these a hair bit more. Okay, so that's done. Take that one out. I guess I wasn't recording, sorry. Needed to put foil over the top of these to hold them in place. I ran at the end of my foil, so I just had to do what I could. You want to cover them, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take water now and fill the pan half full of water without making a big mess all over the counter. That probably would be preferable. There we go. Okay, so you're going to put the oven at 350. Mine's already preheated and ready to go. You're going to do this for an hour to an hour and 20 minutes. And then we'll come back and check up on it, see how it looks. Hopefully it's working out okay. But it's fairly simple. It's been fairly easy. It's milky in here because I had some flow over. Just that part I didn't get to tell you again. So that's why that's that color. Again, this is fairly simple. It's not a hard thing to do. The biggest problem, again, as I said, is going to be trying to get the saffron, number one, whether you can get it, and number two, how much is it? That's the biggest issue with this dish. Okay. Walmart does carry it, just so you know. That, like I said, that was almost $20, but it's a spice that you can use for many other things, and it's called for in things. So if moving forward you opt to try some cuisines out that you haven't before, odds are it probably will call for saffron. But again, that's something up to you. And one of the benefits I see out of doing this collaboration is trying to teach others how to do things from other places. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the oven, and when it's done, we'll come back. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look and see how they turned out. Ooh, it's hot. I just took them out of the oven. They were in for an hour and 20 minutes. Ooh, look at that. It's jiggly, but it looks like it's holding. Let's check the other ones. Oh yeah. So now these are going to have to cool, and then they have to be in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours before we eat them. So that's what the plan's going to be. Look at that. That looks wonderful. I like how they turned out. I like the color it has. Now it's just let them cool down so we can eat them, and then try them. But you can see the saffron all over inside of it. All over. I mean, that color, all the red there is from the saffron. So that came out and stood out pretty well. I'm really happy with that. I think that turned out good. But we're going to go ahead. Let them cool down. They have to come somewhat cooler, room temperature-ish. And then we'll wrap them in plastic wrap and then put them in the refrigerator. Let them sit in there for 2 to 3 hours. And then we'll go ahead and pull them out and we'll do a taste test and hopefully they turn out good. But these look really, really good. I like how they have settled, it looks like. So, looks like that will be it for that. That turned out really good. We'll go ahead and bring you back when we're ready to taste test them and let you see what they're like. Okay, so it's time to do moment of truth. Let's see what this tastes like. Look at that. Turned out good. That tastes real good. You can taste the saffron, you can taste the cardamom. Gives it a different flavor than we're used to. Most of us are usually used to vanilla, so good job. This turned out really good. We'll be making that again, so thank you.